morning. My name is Jason Allen. I'm a realtor based in Palm Springs, California. And on a weekly basis, I focus on one city within the Coachella Valley that tends to be where most of my business is. And I do a quick market overview. So today is Rancho Mirage. Here we go. This information is coming to me from Desert Dynamics. Desert Dynamics crunches the numbers for my local association, Rancho Mirage, California. So, unit sales. This, by the way, I like to lay out the rules. This is comparing March of 2024 to 2023, March of 2023. And we go through some basics here. So total unit sales, 45. That's up 18.4% compared to last year. So we've had more sales this year than we did last year in the same month. Median sales price is up 6.6%. Median, once again, is the house that sold right in the middle. So house number 22 or 23 was 1,075,000. Total inventory is down slightly, not significantly. We have 145 houses to sell. Days on market is up 35% to 73. So we're just going over 2 months. Now that is both marketing time and escrow time. Escrows typically run about 30 days. However, leased lands tend to run about 45 days. So this could be skewed a bit based on more leases versus more fee simple land sales. Sales to list price, 95.4%. That's only down slightly, 1.1% compared to last year. Sales to the original list price, 92.2, down 1.6. Basically, this number, sales to list price, means on average, homeowners who did not take a price reduction got 95.4% of their asking price. Sales to the original list price, slightly lower at 92.2. These folks took at least one price reduction in order to get about 92% on average of their sales price, their asking price, excuse me. And as we talk about averages, we look down here and we see sales above the average, 22.2, month supply of inventory, 4.28, and median sales price per square foot, $431. That's up slightly. And 24% of the homes sold within 30 days of listing, 51% within 60, 67 within 90. Now, these are cumulative, so this includes these and so forth. Jump over to condos, and I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more about some of these numbers. Unit sales, 18. So we had fewer sales this March versus last March. Median sales price is up 3% at 592,500. Inventory is unchanged from last year. Days on market down slightly, not significantly. Sales to list price, 95.6. Sales to the original list price, 93.8. These are very similar to single family dwellings. 22% of the homes sold above asking price, 4.1 months supply of inventory, and the median sales price per square foot for condos is up 3.6% compared to last year. By the way, with respect to month supply of inventory, it's simply saying with this inventory of 72, we divide that by 18. If we sold 18 every month, it would take us about 4 months to sell everything we have available to us. Now, I want to go back to single family homes, and there's a few things I want to point out. All of this data is based on 45 sales. In condos, all of this data is based on 18 sales. For those of you who've taken a statistics course, keep in mind that when your pool of information is smaller, numbers can be a little skewed. So 45 sales is a healthy number. 18, well, it's consistent. If you go to some of our smaller cities like into Coachella, you might only have 5 sales a month or 2 sales in a month. So numbers get a little wacky. 45 unit sales. I want to point few things out here, and I'm choosing not to go to my other chart that I normally do. If you are desperate to see that, just let me know and I'll send you a screenshot. If we look at the sales above list price, we'll look at the month supply of inventory and we'll look at the median sales price per square foot. There are a few things I want to point out. First of all, if we go back to March of 22, when sales were really high, I mean, just looking at the numbers here, and we say in March of 22, 70.6 of our sales were over the asking price. And if we go over here to March of 22 and we say, how many months supply of inventory did we have in March of 22? We had 2 months supply of inventory. And then if we come over here to March of 24 and we say our sales over asking price are only at 22%, so almost 1 in 4 properties went over the asking price. And we look here and we see, oh, we actually have 4 months supply of inventory, over 4 months supply of inventory. When people say we're in for a housing market crash, which I come back to almost every week, and we say we don't see it, it is capitalism at its finest when we say we see the relationship between supply and demand. And so we now have a very healthy supply. We'd say 6 months is sort of a balanced market. And by balance, we're talking about, the sellers don't typically have more leverage compared to buyers having more leverage. 6 months supply of inventory says buyers have a lot of choices in the marketplace. Sellers recognize when I get a buyer, I may not get another one at this price point, so I want to negotiate with them. We're closer to a balanced market than you can see. But keep in mind, and this to me is the linchpin here, in March of 22, price per square foot, that was February, March of 22, price per square foot was $425 per square foot, single family house. It's now $431. So even though buyers have more choices in the marketplace and we're seeing fewer homes go over asking, we still have, on average, the median sales price per square foot higher than it was 2 years ago. Let that sink in. I'm going to jump over to condos. I want to compare this in the condo market as well. I'm just curious. I hadn't looked earlier. March of 22, we had, that's February, March of 22, we had 75% of the homes go over asking, compared to March of 23, where it's only 22%. March of 22, we had 1 month supply of inventory of Rancho Mirage condos. Now we have 4. And in March of 22, the median sales price per square foot for condos was $310. Today it's $358. So again, even though buyers have more choices because there's more supply on the market, and condos are not necessarily on average going above asking price, they still cost more. So all the naysayers, all the predictors of catastrophe, we now have 2 full years since this high point in the market, not perhaps the high point, depending on the product and the marketplace, but a very high watermark in our market, and we don't see lower prices on at least a median sales price per square foot. Based on price per square foot, I'm not seeing things dropping off like a rock off a cliff. With that said, each home has to be evaluated on an individual basis and in relationship to an individual buyer's needs. For sellers evaluating whether they should come to market or not, it's going to be predicated on what has sold in the neighborhood that's comparable and what's the demand for the product that you're offering. I'll tell you, fixtures right now are not selling great. So sellers are having to reduce their price on a fixer. Many buyers at this point simply want a house they don't have to worry a lot about. So the flip side of that is homes that are move-in ready, picture perfect, recently flipped, recently renovated, recently improved with systems. Those tend to be going more quickly and at top dollar. I won't say they're going at astronomical prices, but they're certainly going at a better value proposition price as compared to something that needs a lot of work that seems to be overpriced. That's all I have for today. As always, reach out if you have questions about a market you want to be in the Coachella Valley. I'm happy to assist you. And know that I'm going to be working on a short series that addresses the National Association of Realtors real estate settlement that has been proposed but not implemented yet. It will have changes in the marketplace. Some will be good for consumers, some won't be so good for consumers, my opinion. All right, until then, take care.